Ask questions, what's that made of? Why are you doing that? Where did that come from? Very curious person. And so the elders started calling me Nakoma. And I thought, well, that's a neat name. Fine, that's okay with me. Never knew that it translated into something. So for many, many years, I had the name Nakoma, growing up as Nakoma. And finally, my wife and I were set up at the Lac du Flambeau Reservation, powwow, in northern Wisconsin, north of Minocqua. And an elder came up to our booth, and I have a sign that says Nakoma Art Traditions and Crafts. And he came up and from the tribe, and he was looking at my art, and he saw the name, and he says, is that your name? And I said, well, yeah, that's my name ever since I was young. He said, do you know what that means? I said, I didn't know it meant anything. I know all these years. And he said, well, it's really something. He said, in our dialect, there are different dialects of Native American languages. And one dialect, their dialect of the language, it meant wise old person. Not because I was old, not because I was wise, because I was so eager to learn. And and then a friend of ours in St. Louis is a linguist. He looked it up on the internet, and he found it in a different Ojibwa dialect, means one who keeps his promises. So either way, but the being curious is basically why I got the name. I was set up at a powwow in Starbrook, Illinois, the state park, probably about 10 or 12 years ago. And two little girls walked up to my booth. They were probably 10, 11 years old. And they saw my name up there and they asked what it means. So I explained what I just told you, is because I was eager to learn and I was always so curious. And the one little girl turned to the other one and she said, you're curious too. The little girl turned back and she said, I'm not curious, I'm just nosy. True story, really cute. Okay, now, as far as my heritage, I've got quite a mixture of heritage, like most of our Native American people today. Sure, there are some people that are full-blood Native American, many, many more that are half Indian, many, many more than that that are 1/4 Indian, and you could go on and on and on. And we're quite a mixture of heritage. This isn't 1816, this is 2016. So there's been a lot of mixture, not just with non-Indians, but also with members of other tribes. So we all basically have a lot of heritage in our background. In my case, I do have the Chippewa Cree. That's from northern Wisconsin. Missinaibi Cree is from southern Ontario, Canada. I also have English, Scottish, and German. And that's not too uncommon. On the German side, I don't know very much about that side of my family. I believe I was told many years ago that my grandfather, the German side, was born in southern Germany, Bavaria area. That's all I know. But anyway, I have a German last name, very German, Volkman. On my mother's side, besides the Indian, there's the Scottish, and the surname is Dunbar. Dunbar. That's not far from Edinburgh, Scotland, on the North Sea coast. And we had a castle. I've done a lot of research on that. So many people are trying to research their Native American heritage, and I'm trying to research my non-Indian heritage. And then the English is Whitney, and that comes from Eli Whitney, inventor of the cotton gin. So it's got to be a brother or sister of his, because he wasn't married, didn't have any kids. So but somehow I'm related to that.